Coach, you guys forced 20 turnovers today. What do you think was working off defensively that you were able to do that?
Well, I think we were trying to we came into the game wanting to be aggressive on the defensive end. And, I thought we had active hands. We got a few turnovers against in our press, and just being really active on their drives, knowing that they wanted to be dribble penetrators. And so we wanted to be active and aggressive, and I think it worked out for us in that sense.
And then with Destiny taking all those offensive fouls, is that something you practice, or is that just something that's part of Destiny's game?
Yeah, we do practice taking charges, and she's earned the right to not have to do it in practice as much. But yeah, we do practice that, and we do talk about help rotation and being aggressive in that space, and she's really good at it, sacrificing her body, for the good of the team.
Well, when you're facing Ohio State, you're battling the press all game.
Right.
I saw you switch out a couple of people and put them in the middle of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think worked well? I felt like in the second half you guys did better breaking the press.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
I thought we calmed down a little bit. They obviously did a good job of trying to spy and deny Kiyomi touches and making other people make decisions in the press. And I thought we did a good job for the most part. The way that they play and the length and the duration that they play, that they're going to press, that, some turnovers are inevitable. You're going to get a few. So I thought we did a good job of handling the backcourt pressure. I would have liked for us to have converted more. I thought we had a lot of opportunities where we could have converted on the back end of the press, and we didn't quite make the decisions that we needed to make, or make the conversions that we needed to make. And had we been able to do that, I think things might have been turned out a little bit differently in terms of the turnovers against the press.
Ohio State goes up 21 into halftime, and then your team gets off some really good starts in the third and fourth quarter. What was the message in the locker room at halftime, and how do you think they responded?
Well, I thought they responded great. The message was simply, it was no big message, but we just talked about what are the things that we needed to do differently in the second half. Some of it was on the defensive end. Some of it was how we wanted to attack their press. I thought we had a little bit more ball security the second half. And then, Kiyomi and Destiny made some big plays down the stretch, and we got a little bit of continuity on the offensive end of the floor. Ohio State makes it tough for you to get into a rhythm and get into a flow on the offensive end, because they're pressing and they're trapping and they're being very disruptive defensively. So it makes it tough for you to get into a flow. But I thought the third quarter and the fourth quarter, we were able to get into more of a flow offensively, get the ball to, Destiny in her spots, Kiyomi got some good looks at the basket, and that allowed us to chip back away. But it also started with our defense and being aggressive and, getting some turnovers, and that allowed us to get going in transition.
Coach, but playing a top 10 team, being within single digits within the last couple of minutes, with the team afterwards, how do you sort of celebrate that level of progress without, wanting to put too much into a loss?
Well, one of the things that we try to do all the time is be in the moment, not look too far ahead. Definitely don't look behind, especially when you get into conference play. I mean, we got 16 games left, so you can't. You have to stay in the moment and take the lessons from this game. So there are definitely some things that we did well, some things that, we want to improve upon. But, in 3 days, we go play the number 8 team in the country. And then a couple days after that, we play the number 4 team in the country. That's playing in the Big Ten. So you have to take the lessons that come. You have to find a measure of ways to know what your strengths are, what things that we bring to the table, and try to just keep getting better day by day. Again, we did a lot of good things, and Ohio State's a really good team. They're undefeated for a reason. They've got a great blend of post play to go with guard play. They've got speed, they've got defense, they've got shooters, they've got a lot of weapons, and you see it on display. So we're going to just keep fighting. We're going to keep working and get ready to take on Maryland on Thursday.
Just what can you say about Destiny's play today, all over, taking the charges and having putback after putback, just everything?
Destiny is, she's an incredible player. her toughness is something that she brings to the table every day. Her competitiveness is off the charts, and that rubs off on the rest of the team. So, one of the things you talked about is how do you maintain a level of confidence? Well, it starts when you have a player like Destiny who's going to bring that confidence, and that's going to rub off on her teammates. I had no doubt that she was going to come and play with a level of toughness, a level of fight that we needed, and that like I said, that rubbed off to the rest of our team, and they all played with a level of fight that is admirable, and that's one thing we're definitely going to take and try to grow on moving forward.
It feels like in the past couple of years up against some of these highly ranked teams, the defensive energy in particular seems to be turned up to 100. I mean, what can you attribute that to, and how do you continue that moving forward, like you said, against a tough schedule? The
competitiveness of the players on our roster. They want to win. They want to compete. They want to go toe-to-toe with some of the players they played against in high school. So, that fight that they have and that tenacity that they have on the defensive end is because they're highly competitive individuals.
Coach, you've been around the conference for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember being this strong? I mean, you have 3 top 10 teams in a week, UCLA down the road. I mean,
right.
There's not many nights off in the Big Ten that I can think of.
No, this is the most, by without question, the toughest conference, toughest year in terms of competitiveness in the conference that I've ever been associated with. And it's always been good, but it's on another level this year. When we talk about the teams that I've come in, added to the conference this year, and you're right, there's no night off. And we talk about the teams that are ranked, but shoot, the ones that are not ranked it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard, and but that's what you love about playing in this conference, is because you're playing against the best competition night in and night out, and as a competitor, you want to challenge yourself against the best, and the Big Ten basketball is, in my opinion, the best in the country.
Hey, Coach. Today, the Ohio State's length disrupted you guys a lot. And moving forward, you guys have Maryland on Thursday. They're also a team with great length. How do you regroup from today and, progress forward for Thursday's game?
Well, we definitely go back and watch the film. Watch the film and see, what things we want to adjust. But, again, it comes down to competitiveness, and every team has strengths. Every team has weaknesses. Every team has things they do well. Every team has areas that they're not great in. So, we're not going to focus too much on what everybody else brings to the table. We're going to worry about Rutgers and how do we get better and what things we bring to the table that, we can do well. And that's just going to be our approach. Thanks, yep. All right. Thank you, guys.